Pastors love God and they love people. Any pastor who doesn't love God cannot love people. So when you see a pastor who loves people, it means that he is connected to the love of God. You cannot love people and not have love for God. A pastor who does not have passion or love for people is a dead pastor. Pastors pray for people, but nobody prays for them. They lead people to the faith of Jesus Christ. But most of the time, they lost their faith. You don't even know whether I'm praying for you, I'm not praying for you. So how can you walk to me and say, Papa, thank you for your prayers? No! So imagine you are doing good to people and they are not saying thank you. Is it not painful? To be a pastor is a hard work. No lazy man can be called into ministry. And that is why all the people Jesus called into ministry or recruited into ministry, they were all hard-working men. Peter, the fisherman. Matthew, the tax collector. Luke, the doctor. They were all hard-working guys. If you want to be a genuine pastor and you really want to do God's work, you cannot be a lazy man. And therefore, what I'm saying is that you must appreciate your pastors because pastors are not lazy people. Even when you are sleepy, pastors are praying for you. I am not preaching about whether the pastor is genuine or not genuine. What I'm saying is that to be a pastor is a hard work. The job of a pastor can be 24 hours and 7 days a week. And it carries unique challenges. Everybody can do what they want to do as Christians. Pastors cannot. What a church member did, and everybody saw it normal, when the pastor does it, it's a criminal case. Where every child of God can go to and enjoy himself, pastors cannot go there. Unique challenges. The dress the young men will wear, a pastor cannot. Unique challenges. Every member will look at you and say, me, be a holy but a pastor, you must be holy 24 hours. The day you make the mistake a church member made, you are dead. Sometimes they will tell you enter. We can enter without going to do anything. But once we see you coming from there, you are dead. It is not easy to be a pastor and yet you are not comfortable. If you are a pastor, there are some places you can imagine when you go and I watch you just must have a talk. So a pastor cannot go and buy watch your crown. Imagine one day you are passing by La Paz. No one say watch for you no be home. And I will be told me, what you answer because Mammy two see the let receive. Oh my ho. Baby I'm now ma. No one be say, oh erade. Me home papa away. One watch and work for you. Papa jina ho to be me rewa. And then hearing you the man in Jana. Oh Debbie, Papa, oh Debbie. Now send you a shady candy t-shirt. Only job when you are doing it, people can conclude is pastoral work. And look, when people conclude on you, you cannot defend. When people insult you, you can go to their house, pick a phone, call them, and tell them your peace of mind. Me, when people talk about me, they make me pieces. No peace. Some pastors wear themselves out trying to help people, yet they are never appreciated. What pastors do for people, if the same people will say thank you or reward them back, the pastors wouldn't have been the same. Even when the pastor doesn't have money, he's trying to help people. In the mission house, when you cook and they come, you must give them the food to eat. In the church, when you see somebody not dressing well and you don't even have money, you must make sure that you help the person dress well. That is the job of a pastor. The job of a pastor is so difficult that when somebody comes to complain and say, "Me rent asun, ye to me," you must look for money and support. Me rent asun. I cannot come to you and say, "Me rent asun, must support me." Because I had a dying hands by force. Pastors help people without helping themselves. But the people doesn't know the pain the pastors go through to help them. And that is why people can leave the church, go out there, and the pastor who helped them, they can still tell people the pastor is bad. Nevertheless, once upon a time, the pastor was good. I am sure there are pastors who can close church and still borrow money home. And after church, there are people who don't even have money to take home. Not because they are lazy. And sometimes people come to you as if they are coming for counseling. Hey! Offering not to Nobejina there. Onji kekenko or G bonus. Why? Because baby and the fear one. Ladies and gentlemen, to be a pastor is not easy. Listen to me. If you have nothing to offer your pastor, don't insult him. Learn how to appreciate him and say thank you. Sometimes pastors can take loans to support a church member, and the church member doesn't know loan. In this church, in this church, there are people who left this church. They became bitter about me because they needed a loan I could not offer and we didn't have. And for them, once they were in the church for 1 year and they saw offering all the time, they thought the money is in my accounts. The only job you do and you cannot play with people is pastoral work. Anything you do, they will say something about it. If you preach, they will say, and they preach in they will low. Another time when you preach, what can mysteries? Another times, I know any mood in now. Every day somebody has something to say about you. Pastors, we wear ourselves out to help people who don't even in return appreciate us. You know, sometimes obi are in another time or why? Pastor Ma, imagine everybody gets sick in this church the same day. Can I visit everybody? And listen, everybody needs me. But listen, I cannot be there for everybody because I am not Jesus. And that is why in the church, you don't have to put your trust in the pastor. Put your trust in God who uses the pastor. It is not everybody who leaves the church and leave the church because the pastor has offended him or her. Sometimes the pastor is not even aware that he has offended somebody. Am I blessing somebody? People can grow bitterness for the pastor or against the pastor without the pastor being aware. Pastors are in pain all over the world. There are pastors who are even cursing members because of their attitude towards him. And I tell you, it is very dangerous when your pastor is hurt towards you. Very dangerous. Every grace on him cannot work for you. Some pastors leave their families simply because they are involved in ministry work 24 hours. Some wound their families because they are so involved in ministry. Sometimes when your wife needs you, you are not there for her. Sometimes when your wife wants to talk to you, you can't listen because you are listening to many problems that you need solution for them. What they are going is because they don't have time for their family. You eat free. You have time for your family. You talk to your family. You talk to your husband. You talk to your wife. Whatever you want to do as a child of God, you do it. Listen to the pastor. Sometimes he doesn't have time for his family. I told him, for pastor, I want to see you. It's an urgent. You have to imagine you are talking to your wife. Or you are playing with your wife. And then somebody calls you and say, Agent, I am dying, come. When you marry a woman and you have a family, and as a pastor, you don't have time for them, your marriage can collapse. I have seen pastors' wife cheat, flex, sleeping around with church workers, prayer towers, whatever, because their husbands don't have time. Not because they don't have time, but because of a human. And listen to me, in all this, most of the time, members don't appreciate the time their pastors spend with them. Whenever the church is a small in size, the pastor becomes everything you want him to become. If you have nothing to offer your pastor, be a defender. Defend your pastors at all costs. No matter what somebody says, don't back them. Defend your pastor. Say, my pastor is a good pastor. As a pastor, trusting church members with a personal burdens can backfire. They may end up telling the pastors personal issues to others. Staff leaders can take church members away. Encourage your pastor. Thank him for the good work he's doing in the ministry and the sacrifices he's been giving in the church. When he preaches a message, just send him a text and say, it's a powerful word. It will send a sign of encouragement to him. Honor your pastor and always let your pastor know you are praying for him. Every great man you celebrate today has a past. Don't be ashamed of your pastor when he's in shame. I love Timothy. Even when Paul was in prison, Timothy will still share the shame of his spiritual father. If you have nothing to offer your father, share his shame. Don't be ashamed of him. When people talk evil about him, defend him and stand for him. Because one day, the same man people are ashamed of will be a man who will bring promotion into your life.